Hey guys, welcome back to some more DragonHeir. As always, if you haven't played the game yet, if you want to download it, use the link down below. It's going to support the channel. In addition, when you first get into here, hop into the store. We're going to go into the treasure market and hit up the monthly right here where it says cancel support. This is where you're going to link the content creator code that is right here, which is Furry Hippo. It is going to help support the channel. Also going to give you some free things when you go ahead and link that. Now, I want to talk about the events for a minute in this game because honestly, it is pretty fire when it comes to the accounts and how they do this and how they build it out. Want to look through the two new ones that came up today. Number one is right here. It is the toss for the fortune, the Jade pack. Start the game with the bottom right button. Good luck. You can see play one right here. Now, very similar to what we've seen with the other events. The quests are all around the consumption of stamina. So if you're hopping in here, if you're playing every day, you're going to have the ability to get all of these tokens. And then there is event quest. You can see playing 50 games, roll no combination in single game, higher than cards. So we're going to have to go through here and see if we can get these in the entirety. But I want to break down exactly what the event looks like within the toss for fortune. So right here, during the event, complete the task to earn the coins, which we've already done. Just got to use that stamina. Each game requires 9 rounds of rolling. Each round, roll 5 6-sided dice. Scores are calculated based on the number of combination rolls, and chests drop as rewards. Now, of course, when it comes to this game, guys, they give a ton of rewards. Looking at Raid, looking at AFK Arena, looking at, Dragon Adventure, looking at a lot of games, they give a lot of rewards in this game, which is awesome to see. Now, each day, the system randomly generates 2 numbers as the gold dice and silver dice numbers. If the dice round combination make up entirely gold or silver, there's going to be a multiplication effect. During the Blossoming Splendor phase, if 2 consecutive rolls both contain the gold dice, Gold Luck activates and grants a random temporary game item, which can be used within the current game. I want to see what it is. So let's run in here, guys. And of course, the lucky round winner is right over here, 5 of a kind. So it's almost like a straight up dice game. I'm almost thinking about like when we play Yahtzee or something of that nature. So let's hop in here. We have 5 of these. So I think one play is going to be in here. So game start. So we have a couple items that we actually earned right here on the bottom. Reroll, you can select and retoss up to 3 dice. Use to select and keep 2 dice as a result of the previous round. Use to select up to 1 dice and change its value by plus or minus 1. So those are the dice that we got right there. So let's go ahead and toss this. And again, here is our dice game. So we got a 6. So we have a high card right there. So I'm wondering if we can kind of keep this one, if we can lock it in. So turn score is 8 in total, so 6. I'm not sure why else it doesn't count. So right here, lucky numbers out of here. Again, thinking of where we are. Now let's see if we just do, so let's confirm this. So that gave us 1 good luck chest right there. Let's go ahead and continue tossing. And I'm thinking this is going to use a couple more. So boom, we got 2 pairs right there. Now I'm wondering if this is where we can kind of lock in the dice, or is it going to be random? Because if we got 2 dice, use to select and keep 2 dice from the previous round. So we could actually use, we don't want to use that yet. Select to retoss up to 3 dice. So let's re-roll these 3. And there we go. Let's go ahead and retoss these 3. 2 pairs. Okay, so a little bit of a higher score right there. So let's just go ahead and confirm our 2 pairs that we have. Boom, that gives us 23 total points. All right, so let's continue tossing. And I see we're at 3 of 9 right now. I wonder if we can go in here. So we have a high card right there. And I'm almost wondering if we get like a flush, or do we actually just need, yeah, there's a straight. That's what I was thinking, not a flush. Yeah, 1 through 3, 4. So we have 1, 3, 5. We got to roll a 2. So we have to turn one of these into a 2. We can actually use this one. Let's go to a 2. That is going to give us a straight. 90 points right there for the straight, which we see right down here. So the straight did yield us, 60 points times 2. So we got 90 points right there. So let's go ahead and confirm that one. We'll lock those in. 113 gave us a precious chest. All right, so I'm understanding how this is rolling. So there are 2 6s. We have 2 5s. Let's lock in. No, let's lock in. What do we got here? Use 2 from a previous dice roll. I'm trying to see if we can get all 6s. So we could actually freeze. And let's see if we own 4 of those. So how do we use the freeze card? Do we got to bring it up here? Because I'm wondering, maybe we got to use it at the end of the hand, because this we could turn into a 6. But use to let's retoss all 3 of these dice. Picked up another 6 right there. Now we'd have to re-roll 3 of those. So I think we're just going to stay with 3 of a kind. Let's go ahead and confirm. Let's continue tossing. So we're on 5 of 9 right here. So that gives us a 4 and a 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, see, it would be another one. A straight that we have a chance right here, but look at these high, all 6s, all 5s, all points across the board. Again, we're pretty random in here. But let's see. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, we could actually take this one down. 2 of 5, giving us the straight right there again, confirming those points. Another precious chest. All right, so that uses all of those dice in the entirety. Let's see if we can just get lucky in here. So we got some 5s. Let's go ahead and re-roll these 3. See if we can get, and hopefully can roll some more 5s. No dice on there. All right, so again, I don't know the freeze card. I would like to freeze the 5s on here. Use to select and keep up to 2 dice rolls from the previous round for the current round. Limited 1 use per round. Again, I would like to use that if we could. What does it say? The item cannot be used at this phase. So yeah, we can't even use it at this phase. But I think we got 2 more rolls in here. So we got a 3 of a kind. But see, now are we going to have to re-roll 3? No, just the 2. There we go. So we got still 3 of a kind. So yeah, that's all we're going to be able to confirm. We can't re-roll at this point. 271 points out of here. Boom, we got a full house out of that one. That is another 80 points. And again, we can't use these in this round. So let's go ahead and confirm those points. 351 points. That is our 9 of 9. I think this is the last one in here. We pick up a 4. We got 2 5s in there. So we got a high card. Let's go ahead and confirm because that's all we can do. There we go. So we got a couple cards. We used a couple cards. Yeah, we can play again. So total points, 357. Now, is it going to be cumulative? That's kind of the question. So let's hop out of this and actually see if this is going to. Let's go ahead and quit. Confirm your score will be. So we got our score. Yeah, 357 out of there. Oh, we need. Yeah, it's got to be cumulative to get 3,000 or 4,000 points. That's going to be near impossible to get without it. So it refreshes in 6 days. So pretty cool dice rolling game. Again, these quests are going to give us random cards as we're going through here. So this is also going to give us random in here. So use the retoss cards, which we've used the freeze cards, which we haven't been able to. Play 50 games. That is a lot. Roll 5 of a kind 3 times in a single game. Wow, it seems like we're going to have to go in here. And again, without the cards in the bottom, I feel like this is going to be just a very, very low scoring, almost like you should just save the cards in here because we could use, oh, there's the freeze dice. We can go ahead and freeze these 2, use the item. We should roll 2 5s, which we got, 2 pairs. All right, so that's how the freeze works. We have to do it before the roll. Okay, we know that now, guys. Again, let's go ahead and confirm. Maybe we're just going to get a lucky roll in here because, again, looking at, yeah, we could have kept those 5s. Let's see if we can get a couple 6s in here. I'm hoping by chance if we can pull, yeah, 3 of a kind right there. Lucky round, yeah, is a 6 and a 4 again. So there's a 6 and a 4. Again, 8 points out of there. Yeah, this is going to make a big difference when you're going through here because we did get the high card. Yeah, we're going to have to try to get a few more of these and see. Yeah, we could lock. So there we go. So that is pretty good. So that is 3 of a kind off the bat. Then we can go ahead. We can confirm those 40 points. Let's lock in. What did it say? 2 that we can lock in. Oh, yeah, we can't lock in 3. Let's go ahead and use it. We're locking in 2. Yeah, no more right there. So again, with the high card, another 8. I'm going to save the last 2. Let's go through this last dice roll in here. There we go. We're going to say, okay, I'm going to save the rest of those. Yeah, that takes us to 471. There we go. So we do get some dice. So it is going to be cumulative. Again, getting some of these higher level things are going to make a big difference. And even there, getting some lucky draw tokens. We're going to have to play this in the entirety. Now, in addition to this, there is a secondary event, which is the Fight Fates Fetters. We went through here and you'll notice there is a continental challenge. This is actually a boss. This first boss we absolutely destroyed in here with our team. We got the S level, and I believe S is the highest level that we can get. Yep, after reaching the S rating, you can see. Now, one thing to note is when you go in here and you fight the teams, once you fight the team the first time, once the boss is done, these tickets are, I believe, weekly. So you'll see, yeah, weekly refreshes in here. Once you defeat the boss, I cannot fight the boss again. The challenge is complete. I also cannot go back in there and use heroes that I already used for this fight specifically. So you have to really note that. And then we have double material drops. So going through here, we have been farming a lot of materials. Difficulty 9 and above, you can see going in here and challenging, or going in here and using the challenging pieces in here. Yeah, we have 0 of 3 that have challenged. So if we go in here, and I believe like the Grave of Curse, I believe this is one that we are very, very high level on. So we could go in here, and I'm thinking being able to go in here and finishing out some of these. I feel like even on the challenge mode, we're going to have to look and try to start getting all of this mythic gear in the entirety. Really going to make a big difference to go in here. Now, there are a couple players that have killed some of these bosses, but you can see it's difficulty 9 and above. So we should be able to finish actually all of these in here. So I'm gonna have to go through. I'm gonna have to go through here and actually farm all of these out. So you can earn the fangs, the dungeon quest refresh. You can select 3 quests as the challenges. Upon completing the challenge, you'll receive 100% more fangs. After selecting your challenge, 10 double concentrates will refresh daily. Using double concentrates to trigger the following effect: double clearance rewards. So I'm wondering, let me go into the Grave Curse. Let me activate it in here. Quest rewards 100%. Materials from the corresponding dungeon 2x. Each time double drop is triggered, double concentration will be consumed, will be restored to 10 daily. Confirm the selection. Let's confirm that selection. And there we go. So let's go ahead and kill the Blood Prince. We're going to go for 17. Let's see if we can do this the first time, guys. Now in here, one big thing is bringing a debuffer. You have to have a debuffer. And you'll notice they do give you kind of a cheat sheet when it comes in here. So the big one for me in here is Victor. So when I look at the heroes that I have, I make sure Victor is pretty decked out, because when we look at attack penalties, Victor is in there, as well as Phantom right there. For the defense up, I do not have a defense up. Buff prohibition, I don't think we have anyone in there either. Or there we go. We got Victor, defense up alone. Boom. So we have 1, 2, 3. So again, we have Victor in here for the attack penalty. Defense up is in there. And then the buff prohibition is in there as well. That's right actually behind that back left side. So this is the team we've been running. Now, I have actually ran a couple different formations in here, and I think we have to kill him. We have to kill him 12 times. That is a lot. So I think I'm still missing a hero in here. Maximum deployable. Who do we? Oh, we have all of them. There we go. Yeah, because right here's my shielder. There we go. So in here, what can we equip? I always look at this, because right there, guys, this hero has nothing on there. 100% going to have to build this out in the entirety. And I believe also switching this one out. This was kind of the recommended, was the spiritual essence in there. And then, of course, with here, we have the shielding aspect with this. What do we have here? Have to wear a chance of inflict status with their skills. No, we don't want that one. I want some of the shielding or the healing. Start a battle, gains a mass shield. No. And here they're looking at enlightenment for this hero as well. Gains extra attack up. There's some enlightenment. I'm going to go ahead and throw this on there, just because I know the enlightenment does make a very, very big difference in this game mode. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Now, of course, this one has a very strong swing right there. Attack up. Going to do a lot of damage if we don't get some of these buffs up on the boss. Boom, we got the shielding right there. And there we go. So we just put up the attack debuff, meaning this ultimate ability that he casts is not going to do half as much damage as it does. And you can also see his energy bar is coming down quite a bit. Now that again is another ability with these heroes, the ability to actually nerf or land the reduction within the bar itself. So we got some attack up right there, damage up. Boom, debuffed him pretty good. Yeah, we should be able to take this down. I love the bosses in this game, guys. It is very, very epic. Honestly, with the bosses in here, I am still super impressed. I'm very, very impressed with the way that this game does bosses. just like Raid, guys, the bosses are just entirely epic to a whole nother level. So recharge speed being nerfed right there. Damage dealt increased by almost 500,000 on that part. I need to get some stronger gear in here. I need to build these up a little bit further. Actually getting some summons is what I'm going to be looking for doing next, is actually building out. So we also have a couple heroes that are amplifying the damage because of the defense reduction. You can see, guys, he is just buffed or debuffed up like crazy. We're going to have to do this 15 times. It said the recommended or the required was the 15 times in there. Yeah, attack up, there's damage up. Boom. Got the big debuffs in here. Makes a big difference when these bosses continue to get much stronger. That we have a lot of those buffs and a lot of those debuffs in here. And Annalise is just crushing it, guys. 17, 18,000 damage a second. Other tanks, other heroes not really even coming close. Even looking at my other Radiant hero, again, not even coming close to where the damage that we're seeing within this game mode. All right, so we should have him down in just a minute. Yeah, there's the big ult. Control immunity, amplification. Boom, should be about done. Yep, there we go. So took him down on 17, got a lot of loot out of here. And I think it also gave us a lot of bonus loot. There's the event. Yep, look at those bonuses. Oh, that is awesome. So there is 1 of 12. We're going to have to come in here and farm this out quite a bit to hit that 12 of 12. I grind anything we can, guys. Any opportunity we have, anything that we have within here to go and grind out the content. 100% available on Inside the Resistance. Oh, this is building it up. So we did get, what, a couple points in here? Yeah, 29 of those already. Look at all of the rewards out of here, guys. All of those summons. That is just absolutely epic. I cannot wait to finish this event. So we're going to have to farm this out. We are going to have to farm this out because look at these guys. 200 chests in here. What is the very end of this? Yeah, I mean, these are giving us what? Medal of Glory. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rewards out of here to pull this out, guys, because that is a lot. Even here, Deathmatch Beast. Yeah, we're going to have to farm this. There's the Deathmatch match Beast. So there is the hero that essentially you can get out of here, which is going to be awesome. So a lightning hero. Yeah, very cool. So again, we're going to have to go in here. We're going to have to farm this out because it's at that 200% to farm this out. This is, of course, is the first one, but difficulty 9 and above. So if you have anything to farm, this is going to be the place to farm it, guys. You're going to want to kick in the Fight Fates Fetters and go ahead and build that out, as well as doing your dice games in here. Definitely very cool, again, with the event. So that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.